Hi, hello. Welcome back. I'm Heather, or Miss Postawait. This is Pages with Postawait, and we are talking about banned books this week. I am celebrating, I guess, honoring, drawing attention to Banned Book Week for 2024. And it's all this week from Sunday, September 22nd to Saturday, September 28th. I am working to have a video each day, and this is video number 3 in that series. I'm also focused on reading 24 books in 2024, and I am so excited because we are finally at double digits. So that means that today I am talking about 3 books, actually, because I'm going to go ahead and do the whole trilogy of Hunger Games, which makes this book 10, 11, and 12 for my goal. I am super thrilled about that, so yay me. Let's talk about Hunger Games and why this series is banned. Okay, so Hunger Games came out in 2008, Catching Fire came out in 2009, and Mockingjay came out in 2010. So this trilogy obviously started kind of some controversy. If you're not familiar with the trilogy, it's a dystopian. In fact, Suzanne Collins is kind of responsible. These books are kind of responsible for the resurgence of dystopian lit and how it made like this huge comeback and got really popular. So a lot of the dystopian series, this book kind of opened the door for that. Fabulous, thank you. Reasons that it is being banned. It's a long list. Let's focus in the US for just a minute, and then I'm going to tell you about an international one as well. It has been accused of being anti-ethic, anti-family, insensitivity, violence, obviously, offensive language, inserted religious views, references to overt sexuality, occult, and satanic references. These are kind of strange reasons. Sometimes I wonder if the people that are trying to ban and challenge books actually read the books. No, they haven't. But violence, for sure. Absolutely. This book highlights and focuses in on a society that the way they maintain control, the capital of Panem maintains control by having all of the districts. There are 12 of them. If you continue the series, you kind of hear a little bit more about the 13th that used to be. Anyway, they control them through fear and violence. And one of the things that they do every year is the Hunger Games. And the districts are all forced to send children to an arena and battle to the death. It's barbaric. It's horrific. It's violent. It is not any more violent than a lot of the books, movies, TV shows, music that the kids are all playing, the video games. Good Lord. Do you know what's popular? Fortnite and Call of Duty. Anyway, violent. They're violent. There are people killing each other. And in this one, there are, and they call it out, and they call it as it is, and they talk about it. And so in no way, shape, or form is this series, I don't know, celebrating violence. It's not. It's necessary, horrific violence, and then a fight for freedom. I digress. In doing some research and trying to just find what it was being banned for, where it was being banned, that kind of thing, in 2010 alone, and this one kind of made the list. The whole trilogy's made the top 10 list for banned books over the years, but a lot less recently, and it's more like 2010, 2011, 2012. It makes resurgences every time the movies like come out, like it kind of pops up again. In 2010, there were 348 cases where people wanted it banned, challenged. So that's in 2010 alone. So it definitely has some pushback. This one even hit some controversy and some banning in other countries. In 2014, in Thailand, it was banned because a lot of the anti-government rebellion protesters were using the symbolic 3-finger salute in Hunger Games in their own country. So the books are anti-government. They definitely are anti-authoritarianism. So this one's not just a United States thing. This one actually has international challenges to it. That's not unusual. I just don't usually talk about them, but this one stood out to me, so I thought I would mention it. Honestly, I think that some of the people that challenge it just like get the hearsay. Somebody finds a single word and they start to like challenge it. It's definitely YA. It's definitely aimed at the right age level. In saying that, I want to talk about why banning of books can be so devastating. The reason I read these, and so I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I wasn't going to reread any banned books this year. I was trying to read new banned books. I'm definitely passionate about reading and reading banned books and making sure that I'm in the know. So when I originally started this year, my thoughts were that I was going to try things I haven't read yet. So my banned books, I was not rereading things. There's a reason why there's certain books that I'm just not rereading because I've already read them and I wanted new things. However, I'm also a teacher. Being a reading teacher in middle school, I run the book club at my middle school. And go figure. And the kids choose the books. And so they walked in this year and several of them had a lot of books that they wanted on the list. And one of the ones that won was Hunger Games, which I'm always happy to read Hunger Games. I think I've read it like 10 times at this point. But the problem with me personally is that in reading Hunger Games, I know that as soon as I finish this one, I'm going to want to read Catching Fire. And then as soon as I finish Catching Fire, I'm going to want to read Mockingjay. So I already knew when I committed to this one with our book club, I was going to read the whole trilogy. And lo and behold, they're banned. So that worked out for me. And the reason I don't have Catching Fire is because it is loaned to one of my students who is reading the second book, because once you finish the first, you have to read the second. So my personal copy is actually in the hands of a student right now. They are reading it. That is the magic of these books. That is why we should not be banning books, because I have kids. Now, granted, this is book club. These are kids that already read. These are kids that love to read. These are kids that naturally gravitate toward books, right? Great. But in reading one, they're already reading a second one. Several of them have already finished the third one. It motivates, it inspires, and it grows that love for reading. I have several kids who a sibling read it and they're like, oh, I wanted to read that one. They've seen the movie. Oh, I want to read that one. This book is fantastic for getting reluctant readers, kids that maybe don't want to read because it's so enthralling. It is so good. You are turning the pages. You can't put it down. That's the kind of thing that we need in middle grade and YA to help readers read. When you ban something like this, when you say, oh, it has occult stuff, what occult stuff? What is occult in here? What? When you ban things that inspire kids to read, what are you doing? Why? Do you know how hard it is to get a kid to open a book? Please don't take these away from them. Good Lord, they're just going to go back to their video games. Congratulations. You succeeded at what? You took a book that has some violence in it and you turned them off. You can't read that. Sorry. Go play your video games. Oh my God. Seriously. Pretty much. Yeah, no, that's all I want to say on that. Okay, coming off my soapbox now. So sorry. So, Banned Book Week. Go read a banned book. Find one. Check out your local library. I've got some links down below that have some things that are going on that you can find online. And on Saturday, come join us. Come read for the Let Freedom Read Day. That day, I have a link down below you should totally check out. And it just talks about all the different things that you personally can do to fight back against these banned and challenged books. So definitely check that out. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I can't wait. I've got more to come. I hope you are reading banned books. We'll see you on the flip side. Happy reading, guys. If you haven't read this one, 5 stars. The whole series, 5 stars. Super good.